Hey everyone, so welcome back to another video. It has been a while, but I had quite a bit of fixes and work to do on the back end of the actual rendering, so it was not like pretty picture, but quite a bit of work. Like for example, I had to extend the shader compiler to accept normal shader arguments that would be passed to the normal shader compiler, right? And the reason was that then I can pass defines and I can have dedicated shader for example, AMD and NVIDIA. I was using that for different shader for wave instruction. And the wave is different between NVIDIA and AMD, and to differentiate. Actually, I'm gonna make a blog post about it, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, so today instead I want to show you the work I've been doing for the subsurface scattering of this guy, or girl actually. Sorry about the missing eye, everyone is creeped out for the missing eye, but the eyes are actually the next thing I'm going to work on. So at the beginning the skin was quite bad because I was using the same shader I was using for everything, so my PBR shader. So the first thing I started to work on was actually some translucency, and it's really obvious here in the back of the ears. Actually it's way too obvious. You probably should stop closer and do not go all the way, but the actual texture I have is like that. So we can see this is the thickness, so it's way too strong. I need to find a way or fix that in Photoshop or something, make it less strong, but we can see that overall it's giving a nice result and is really easy to appreciate here on the nose, right? So it might be hard to see right now, but if I go in the actual Visual Studio and let's change the shader, so it's here. Nope, sorry, wrong one. So this one, let's remove the effect of the translucency. We go back and actually let's recompile shader. Sorry, that's the third line. Here we go. So if I recompile the shader, we can see all the pink and the light going through the nose and the chin, the ears is all gone, right? And if I add it back in, so if we re-add back the translucency component, we see it has quite a bit of an effect. The other part that has been added is for, let's close this, is to smooth out the lighting on the actual skin with the post-processing screen space. So if we remove, oops, too much. If we remove the actual effect, you can see this is the effect that will get out of the normal shader. So it's super sharp. It looks like stone. It doesn't really look like skin. So we can see we can blur out the skin, simulating the diffusion. It's not ideal yet, it still has quite a bit of bugs, but it's a first step. It's a first step. It's first pass. So the translucency plus subsurface is giving a much better result compared to where I started with. Of course, ignore the ear. Here there is no light attenuation yet, and you need to implement any kind of shadowing and everything that will come. But next is probably going to be the eyes, so it's not that creepy anymore, and then it's going to be hair. Once I have hair, I have a full character loaded, and then I can start to work then on shadows and then on skinning. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show for this update. See you in the next one.